This is a very large stump. It's interesting. If it was anywhere else, I'd just leave it alone. But it's really in my way here. It's really hard to maneuver with that there. So I'm gonna have to work at getting it out. And hopefully not spend any money doing it. In one of my earlier videos, I showed you how I had sawed down this humongous oak tree with a cobalt electric chainsaw, a little 18-inch, was able to do it. And we counted tree rings in it in another video. I need to get rid of it though, because it's hard for me to maneuver my tractor and everything out here. So I'm gonna try an experiment. I'm digging up the roots best I can, pretty big. And then I'm going to try to use this 4,000 PSI pressure washer I have and see if that can anyway cut through some of these roots just with the water. And if not, I'll just use it to blast the dirt off of this thing and use my chainsaw to cut through those roots. And we'll give that a try. Now, this is early in the morning. I usually come out here early in the morning because it's not nearly as hot. Oh, there goes my watch. It's called 911. Crazy man trying to dig out humongous stump with a shovel. Send help to save him from himself. Just kidding. What do you think? Crazy, huh? This is my Northstar pressure washer. Goes up to 4,000 PSI. This thing's really pretty heavy duty. Got it at Northern Tool a few years ago. And really haven't used it that much. Occasionally to clean the siding on the house in this metal building. But basically how it works is once you get it running, you've got several nozzles here. The black one, which is on it at the present time, is the lowest pressure and it's the one you use for adding chemicals. When you have that nozzle on, you can put this in something like a detergent or something like that, and it will aspirate it up into the water stream. Any of these other nozzles, these get progressively higher pressure. Basically, it's a wide stream, less wide, less wide, less wide. So it comes out at a higher velocity. This, I've never used actually, is just a single stream, I believe, of extremely high pressure. What I'm anxious to see, if that extremely powerful stream, is it possible to actually blast and cut through this, some of this stump? I thought I might start there, I might start over here and see what happens. So I don't know. Maybe the rotten stuff will come off. I don't know about any good what's left in these roots. Because really, if you looked at my video on counting tree rings, most of the internal part of the tree is still good wood. But things really in my way, so I'd really like to get rid of it. My requirements are, it can't cost any money. That's the only main requirement. I don't mind work. I've been digging up these roots around it. This thing is massive. Like, this is one big giant root here. It's huge. This side of the tree was downhill originally. This is all fill I put in here to try and level up this area. And so I'll probably go ahead and say, this is the high pressure hose connection. This is where you got to have water on this thing or you burn up your pump. So you got to have water on it when you start it up and start it running. Got my face shield on, hearing protection, Z87 safety glasses, pressure washing gloves, some rubber boots that are high up under my pants. I'm gonna take my Apple Watch off so I don't ruin it. And now we'll give it a go here, see what happens. Cut through it. Made a giant mess though. I'll work on another one right next to that great big one. Cut through it. You know, you'd think I'd have something better to do on such a beautiful Friday afternoon than making this giant muddy mess. Oh well. Let me show you what I've got to do here. I got 3 of these roots on this side done. This one's already been broken off a long time ago by my tractor. I've got a root here, root there. Pretty good sized one here, it's real deep. I haven't dug it all out enough yet. The worst thing I'm gonna have to deal with is this great big thing here is all one big humongous root. So we'll see. But what I'm gonna do right now, and I think after I'm gonna see what I can do with that one, and work on that big one there, then I might have had enough for the afternoon, come back later. Okay, the other day, we chewed through that with the pressure washer, through that with the pressure washer. That was already broken by the tractor. We chewed through that, through the pressure washer, that with the pressure washer. Now I've dug out underneath this very large root here, a little hard to see, all the way through. But this is what I'm gonna try next. See if I can cut through this with that pressure washer, and we'll see how it goes. Didn't really take as long as I thought. The top part there it's a little narrow, but found out it cuts through faster if you blast the fibers away from the center of the root. When you're more going impinging towards the root, they just are supported by the root. So anyway, that went better than I thought it would. Now, what I've got left is massive roots over here and over there. I don't know about these, but what I'm going to try to do now, see if with that cut through, if the tractor can budge this thing. So let me make sure it's cut through and then we'll see. Okay, I doubt the tractor can budge it much. I can't ram it with the loader, or it'll just tear up the loader. So we'll see if I can nudge it and see what it does. Not even close to pushing that thing over. As you could see, even with this root, that root, this root already broken off from the tractor, that root cut through, that root just cut through that big root. The tractor could hardly budge it. There's massive roots down right under here. They're down deep. And one big, gigantic, massive root here. What I'm going to do is work on this a little bit with the pressure washer. And I may resort to using the chainsaw. And I'm thinking more like maybe I'll just burn this thing out of here. But there's no question you can cut through these roots with that pressure washer. But this thing's a formidable opponent. I had to blast myself a drainage stitch out here with that pressure washer, place for the water to go. This is that massive root. It's a little more exposed. You know, it is eating through it. You can see where I've gotten through some of it, like down there and down there, a little bit there. But I have to decide if I really want to continue this way. I think what I'm going to do is put on a different nozzle, just kind of clean off the dirt off some of these exposed roots, and then work on a little bit with the chainsaw and see if that's worth it. Yeah, I can do it, but it dulls the chain as soon as it hits any dirt. My mother told me when I was just a toddler that I'd be crawling along the floor, go under the kitchen table, and I'd insist on going between the table leg and the wall. I couldn't fit, instead of just going around it. She said I'd just stubborn and just keep trying to force my way through it. I think there might be something in my genetic makeup, but I think I may have finally decided, even though I don't want to do it, that burning this thing out is going to be the best thing to do. Prove that you can use the pressure washer on the roots. I could, if I wanted to work at it enough, probably between the pressure washer and the chainsaw, cut through these other big roots here and push it over with the tractor. But I've decided I've had enough. See this poplar tree right here? I need to top it. I don't want a big giant poplar tree growing next to my building, but I want it to stay alive to stabilize the soil here. So what I'm going to do before I put up this pressure washer from cutting those roots in that big stump is I'm going to see if I can cut that tree in two with the pressure washer. We'll see how that goes. The soft poplar wood was much easier to cut through. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe, check out our other links. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.